What's up, guys? This is Mr. N, and right now you are looking at the legendary Fort Olympus, home of the recently deceased U and F clan. And basically, this video is basically going to be basically a big historical moment for TFO. Basically, a offensive raid, and you're about to see the fall of Fort Olympus. So I hope you enjoy, and yeah, let's get this video started.
Running riot.
Stop. Alright, this is about halfway through the battle. The whole raid lasted about an hour. And now I have a few negative things and positive things to say about UNF, the other clan that we are raiding. Alright, well, one, in this particular raid, they used many actions and tactics that are highly frowned upon whenever it comes to raids. One, they had unlimited armor abilities. Whenever we, the offensive team, only has unlimited sprint, they had unlimited active camo, unlimited jetpack, unlimited armor lock, and all these really overpowered things that make the game very senseless. Also, you're about to see here another tactic that is highly frowned upon in raids. Stop. Alright, this is another tactic that clans actually use pretty often whenever it comes to raids. Spawn killing. This happens a lot during raids, and I think it is completely unfair. If you spawn trap the offensive team, that basically takes the whole fun out of the game, and it doesn't even give the offensive team a chance. However, despite these obstacles, within an hour, withstanding these multiple obstacles and completely unfair treatments by UNF, despite all of these, you're about to see TFO liberate Fort Olympus within an hour. Stop. Alright, now, basically, we have actually gained 2 members in the process of this match. Easy Blur and Kneecaps joined the match, they joined the raid a little bit late, but with the extra reinforcements, we are not completely outnumbered. Also, to the point where the game is actually set on almost even tides. Right now is an 8v6. Alright, stop. At this point, the battle has become a battle at the gates, and basically TFO has been inside. They have destroyed, they have turned UNF's vehicles and overpower armor abilities, weapons against the UNF. Which one major problem that I can see UNF made, one major mistake, is that they made the armory and the vehicle depot way too open and way too close and way too obvious to the for the enemy. So once TFO got inside the base, after that it was pretty easy. Right here is where you can see the beginning of the final coalition of the fort, the final colonization, the final conquer of Fort Olympus. Alright, I'm gonna pause it one more time. Now, at this moment, many TFO members have made it inside the fort and are currently residing within the fort. If you want me to here, I'll go ahead and play through and show you all the players in the game. Here's a TFO member that is outside the fort, a TFO member in the fort and well armed, myself inside the fort, for some reason with a bomb. A UNF member just now entering the fort. A UNF member way outside of the fort. Another UNF member outside the fort. Another UNF member outside the fort. Another UNF member outside the fort. A TFO member inside the fort. Another UNF member outside the fort. A TFO member preparing to enter the fort. Another UNF member outside the fort. Another TFO member outside the fort. Another TF member inside the fort, a UNF member outside of the fort, and yeah, now we're just overlapping. I'll play through this again. Now, what can you guys tell? There is not a single UNF member currently residing within the fort. TFO had basically eliminated all the UNF members within the fort at the same time. So at this very moment, there is 4 to 5 TFO members inside the fort, or 3 or 4. You can actually count yourself, and absolutely no UNF members currently within the fort. So now, of course, this match did last longer than an hour. We actually did take over the base. In my opinion, this right here, in my opinion, is us currently owning the Fort Olympus. And however, the match did kind of go back and forth after that. Like, they took it back over, we took it back over, they took it back over, and eventually they ended the game. Eventually, UNF was the game leader, and eventually they ended the game. So. But however, I'm not going to show that because that would make the video too long. obviously you can see I made a lot of cuts here. I made a lot of cuts, and as you can pretty much, we almost shot our old member, but as you can pretty much see, we had basically overcome the overwhelming and pretty much unfair obstacles of UNF and taken over the fort in less than an hour. And obviously I did cut a lot of this. You don't have to believe me that we took it over within an hour, but you know, I know it's there. I know we did. And yeah, so this has been a little piece of history from TFO. You're about to see another one, a bit kind of like a funny kind of outro to the video in a minute. And yeah, so I'll go ahead and let this finish playing out. As you can see, we have a scorpion right here. And UNF right now is kind of just now they're trying to strategize on how to take over their own fort again. They're very scattered. Now, before I actually before I end this part of the video, I'm going to go ahead and say the positive things that I thought about UNF and the negative things. The negative things is obviously the the way they built their raid map. Unfair armor abilities was their unlimited. I didn't now strategy-wise, the strategies they used. I did not like the interior of their base. How their armory was right next to the gate, easy for us to access, as well as their vehicle depot. I liked it at the time, of course, because it made it easier for us. But I would not build a base like that. I would make it incredibly hard to get to the armory or the vehicle depot. So also another thing that's negative. I don't believe they had a real good recovery plan in case they actually lost the fort or in case they started losing, because after we pretty much took over the fort, like you can see here in the video, the whole footage is about to end right here. But after we had pretty much taken over the fort, they didn't really have much of a recovery plan. They kind of just stayed scattered and kind of came at the fort as they spawned. They didn't regroup. They didn't use strategies to take it back or anything like that. They just kind of did their own thing. There was a lack of leadership there. So now the positive things about UNF, I do think they're pretty organized. However, even though I just said they don't have good leadership, I did like the way they actually set themselves up with snipers and everything before the match started. Like on the walls here, on the walls down here, they had a pretty good defensive setup, I must say, and they were a bit organized. I will say that. Also, their skill. Now, some of their members were pretty good. I must say, like, some of their members kept getting me with headshots with their DMRs. Their sniping was on point, and they're pretty good players. They're pretty good players. I'm not saying that they're not. I'm not saying they suck or anything, because they don't. They just have a bit of a lack of leadership, and they should have thought about the map a little bit more, put a little bit more thought into the map. So, yep, this is a piece of TFO history. And yeah. Alright, now right here is actually kind of another funny thing to kind of close off the video with. This right here was probably another one of the biggest moments in TFO history that was actually recorded. And now, believe it or not, this video and the recent raid video were the only things that was actually recorded from TFO's history. There were also other few very big moments, but they just weren't recorded. This right here is a meeting with TFO and the Spartans United clan. As you can see here are our emblems. Basically, you have Spartans United, which are basically, well, one of them just quit, which are basically SU. And their leader is Wedded Rope, which is a female leader, which I have no problem with that. There's nothing wrong with that, and I have nothing against female leaders because like there was a female leader of a clan one time that had over about 50 members in Halo Reach, and that lasted. I think that clan lasted over a year, and it had a badass female leader, so they did good. However, this is not one of those times. This is a time where the leader of this clan was a total bitch. Total bitch. I could not put up with it anymore, and neither could my members. She's sitting there with a sniper rifle and rocket launcher, talking down to us, thinking that she's in control of everything, thinking that she's in control of the situation, talking down to us, basically cursing at us, arguing with us, also kind of treating us like we're inferior to her. I thought that was very degrading. Treating us like we're something below her, and treating us like she was a god or something, and we just had it. We just had it. So what you're about to see is a bit of a funny moment from TFO's history. Even though it's a small moment, it was still one of the biggest moments in TFO's history. Just like, I wish you could hear the words that were said too. Everything just kind of flowed perfectly. Alright, and the video was cut there. After that, we kind of just, us and the SU clan kind of went back and forth with kind of like a 4v4, in their very small base, and it was pretty cool. But anyway, guys, that was two pieces, two of the only recorded pieces from TFO's pretty short history. So now, look forward to the series actually start. I do not count these as actual episodes because these are kind of like pieces from the past, you know. I guess you say kind of like a prequel or kind of like an intro to the series or something like that. It's not the actual first episode of the series. So this is just kind of like a prehistory to give you an idea, not exactly an idea, but just kind of give you a little bit of an insight into TFO. Now, yes, TFO has had losses and wins, so don't think that I'm recording just wins. This is not the only wins we've had, and it's not. And we trust me, we've had losses too. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. This is Mr. N. Don't forget to like, judo kick the like button, comment, and share this video with your friends. Tell somebody about it. I don't know, maybe share it on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or I don't know, another social media site. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to survive. Alright, this is Mr. N, guys, and I'll see you guys later.